For 2025, Martin brought out two exciting guitars. They brought out the Retro Plus line. This is a OOE Retro Plus made in Mexico. And they also revamped their entire standard series, including the 0018. Today, the question we ask, is the 0018 worth $1,000 more than this made in Mexico version of it? We're going to find out, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas, and you can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, you can visit our Spring store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts at. So I have long said on this channel that this guitar, the 0018E, is one of my favorite guitars that Martin makes. That opinion hasn't changed with the 2025 changes. Now, if you're not familiar, the entire standard series got another revamp. Golden Era features is what came on board. Golden Era bracing, Golden Era bridges, Golden Era neck shapes with thin fingerboards that are rounded and slanted nuts. For the most part, that will do it for you. The change to the bracing has changed the sound of this guitar. Everything else is mostly a very subtle difference, but playability has been improved with the nice feeling necks. So the question is, with both of these guitars coming out, and there being $1,000 difference between them, is the 0018 $1,000 better? They are very, very similar guitars. They're both triple O's. They both have spruce tops, mahogany back and sides, Sitka spruce. Torrefied in the case of the 00E Retro Plus. They both have scalloped bracing. This one has the GE profile that was also seen on the Modern Deluxe series. They are 1 3/4 inch nut widths. They have the same scale length. The neck shapes are different. This is using that Golden Era profile. This is using the Performing Artist profile that's long been popular. So they're not too dissimilar, but they are a little bit different from one another. The Retro E being in there, or the 00E, features a pickup. It's the Martin E1 pickup. The 0018 does not have one. We install them all of the time. It's one of those quirks. If it comes with a pickup, most of the time you don't want it, but you want us to put one in. Explain that to me. They both have open gear tuners. They are both Grovers. Similar headstocks. They both have the foil applique, but they are a little bit different. So they're very, very similar guitars. The biggest difference is this one is made in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and it comes with a hard shell case. It costs $28.99. This one is made in Navajo, Mexico. It comes with a gig bag, and it costs $18.99. This one has a pickup, and this one has a torrefied top. So in some ways, on paper at least, this 00E Retro Plus seems like a much better bargain than the 0018. You get a pickup, you give up the case, you have a bag, but you gain torrefied spruce for the top. But at the end of the day, how does it play? How does it sound? Because they're instruments, and that's really what we're interested in. So I put both of them through their paces. Take a listen. We'll talk about how they play and how they sound on the other side of it. Check it out. Okay, so there you have it. Lock in your votes in the comments below. Which one did you prefer the sound of? And then I'll talk to you about how they both played, because obviously that's something that you can't necessarily get through the video, although sometimes people will comment of like, oh yeah, I noticed this one seemed easier to play than the other one, for you at least. So, got your comments locked in? Okay. Right off the bat, I'm going to talk to you about how the guitars feel. The E Retro feels like it's a heavier built guitar. Now, they're both gloss finishes, but this finish seems thicker. I don't know what the gold thickness of either finish is, but this finish just feels a little different. The guitars feel, it's very hard to quantify what I'm trying to get across. It feels a little chunky in comparison. Everything's executed very, very well, but there's like a certain heaviness to the quality, even though it's a relatively light, triple O guitar. The action on it is not as good. So that's easily done with a setup. You can have that taken care of. That might be a consequence of the fact that it's made in Mexico, but also that it uses a mortise and tenon neck joint versus the dovetail neck joint of the 0018. And so, maybe the execution of it's along with the neck angle. I mean, there's relief in the neck that can be taken out. So this could be set up to play a lot better, but out of the box, this one does not feel as well as the American counterpart. Is that worth $1,000? The pickup in this is okay. It's an undersaddle pickup. It's pretty straightforward, bare bones. There's nothing really exciting to write home about it. If you need a pickup, ease of battery changes with the battery compartment in the block is nice on these, but some people don't like that. They'd rather just put something in aftermarket, but that would cost several $100s typically. So keep that in mind. If you wanted to add a pickup to the 0018, you're adding at least a few $100s onto the top of that price. Looks-wise, I think it's a great-looking guitar. It is interesting. This one has a very colorful ebony fingerboard, but I like that it's wood. You can have it jet black and be rich light. Which one would you prefer? I tend to prefer ebony. Even if it's colorful like this, it's cool. I like the way wood and natural products look. And from a workability standpoint with refrets later, I would typically prefer it over rich light. Taking the refret equation out of it, rich light's fine. It's a little heavier typically from what I've experienced, but unless the guitar's really light in the body, you usually don't notice it. So, is the 0018 worth $1,000 more? You guys could say in the comments what your opinion is on that matter. I'm going to give you my opinion on that matter, and that is yes. I think this feels every bit of being worth $1,000 more. Contrasting with the 00E Retro Plus, this feels lighter. And there's a lightness to the build quality of it. Everything seems to be executed extremely well. The setup right out of the box is better. They do plec these at the factory, and everything feels really fantastic. But there is a response from it that is richer. There's more depth and low end when I'm playing it, and I hope that came across in the audio recording that we did. But this, and what's interesting to me is this does not have a torrefied top. That one does. Torrefaction is not a silver bullet. And so there's, it goes back to there's a lot of things at play in how a guitar is constructed. By moving manufacturing south of the border, Martin is able to save in the building costs of the guitar. But obviously there are things when it comes to the basic execution where, and you would expect this, the guitars that are made in the US, they're better guitars. And I don't think they'd want to build a better guitar in Mexico. They want to build a really good product for the price that they can do it at. So at $1,899, the 00E Retro Plus is a great guitar, and it is a really good value. You get a lot of upscale appointments, and you get a great Martin guitar for the money. But if you were asking me, is the 0018 worth $1,000 more? I think it is worth $1,000 more. If I had the money, To buy either one, I would choose the 0018. You could buy that and an amp and a bunch of other stuff. Personally, for me, I would buy the 0018. I think I'd be happier with it. But if you did not have 0018 money, the 00E Retro Plus is a phenomenal guitar. And, you know, I will say this, when I say is it worth $1,000 more, there is a certain like law of diminishing returns as you go up in price with acoustic guitars or just guitars in general. I don't think it's at this price point. It's usually well north of here when really what you're paying for is ornamentation and so forth. But this is a fantastic guitar. It's always been one of my favorites. It continues to be one of my favorites. If I had the choice, I'd choose this one. If I couldn't afford this one, then the 00E Retro Plus is a hell of a consolation prize. So let me know your thoughts. Did you hear, and does it make sense to you with my description that this would be worth more? Or do you think he's just trying to sell guitars and I think the Made in Mexico product's perfectly fine? Because if that's your opinion, that's fine. It's more than entitled to it. So let us know in the comments below what you think. If you're new to our channel and you like guitar discussion and comparisons and reviews, all that stuff, make sure that you subscribe, you turn on notifications, like our videos. We are just shy of 200,000 subscribers. We've been doing this a long time. There's people with 2 million subscribers that do nothing but like put themselves under Rubbermaids and swimming pools. Surely we can do better than that, everybody. So please help us to reach a higher count because it helps us do videos like this for you. So make sure you hit that button. And if you're looking for a guitar, you're looking to research things, make sure to visit our website at alamomusic.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.